streams is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I think I found something. Remember last time I did the stream, you I would go out and do some research for investing in TKO, which is the holding company for UFC and the WWE, right? So I told you, I promised you guys that I would go do some research, and I think I found something, and I think I found a way to potentially make money almost immediately. I actually, but I'll include all of that too at the end of the video. But for now, I just want to break down everything that I found um, through my research, right? Um, what I found, um, before I get to that, okay, let me just start with it. So as promised, right? I went and I researched TKO. Basically, I wanted to learn how to make money with stocks. Initially, in my head, what I was thinking was, okay, what you do is you buy shares, and then you keep them for a certain period of time, maybe years, which is what my understanding of buying stocks was before I started this whole thing. Um, be- Basically, what people who in do you guys remember the situation with GameStop and all those type of things? So my understanding of it was that you buy shares, you keep them for a certain period of time, and then after that you sell them, you get a higher percentage. But as I was researching, obviously that's something that I might get to, but the information that I found currently tells me differently. It connects in some way with. I used to, before I started doing this YouTube channel, before I started all these other things, I used to trade forex, right? I used to trade forex. I was actually learning. I wasn't an expert at that point, but I knew so much about forex. But I had to choose between being a legal professional, trading, and also trying to build. So I had to let the trading go because I felt like it required so much of me and it had so many moving parts. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop trading and then I'm going to leave it. This information is important because as I was researching stocks and how to make money with TKO and all those type of things, I came across some information that basically suggested that there's a way for you to actually generate money, um, and which is something I'm going to actually um, try out with you guys. If you are interested, towards I'm going to ask you guys. We are going to create basically demo accounts. It's fake money. There's no risk involved. They're like you don't have to worry about that. So it's fake accounts. I want you to see the results for yourself so that you don't and without investing a single cent in what I'm talking about. So the information that I found is basically stock trading is more or less the same as forex trading. Remember, I told you like a bit, like a few minutes ago, that I used to trade forex when before I started this whole channel thing. So I used to trade forex and I stopped. So now, as I was researching TKO and how to invest in the UFC and all those type of things, I realized that stock trading is basically forex trading. The main difference that I've noticed is that stock trading I think is a lot less risky because it's less unpredictable. Or yeah, it's less unpredictable, or it's predictable in a sense, especially if you follow the sport. So let me put it like this: forex trading, you are basically trading currencies, right? when you're trading when you're trading stocks, you are trading shares of a company, from my understanding, right? So the best way for you to be in the best position when you're trading, whether it's stocks or whether it's, what do you call it, whether it's stocks or currencies, you need to have information about that particular stock or that particular currency. That's why in most cases it's very highly advisable to follow the news, financial news. The reason why I highlighted TKO is because all of us, especially the people on my channel, are people who follow the UFC. So it's not like it's a job for you. You already watch UFC news. You already, every single thing that comes out from UFC, especially people on my channel, are very aware of what happens when the announcements that are made. A lot of the people on my channel already understand what is happening. So that puts you in an advantageous position, because whenever you start to trade anything, whether it's currencies or whether it's stocks, you have to follow the news about that particular currency or about that particular company. So we already follow the UFC, so it makes it easier. However, now because TKO is not only holding the UFC, it also holds WWE, then it makes it a little bit, for me personally, it's not that challenging because I watch both of them. I watch the UFC from prelims to main cards, even the WWE, same thing. I watch both of them, so it makes it easier. But I don't follow the WWE as much as I follow the UFC. The UFC, I watch everything on social media. WWE, I only watch like their weekly shows and their pay-per-views only. So I don't follow their news. So which is something I might have to start doing, because this is something that I'm really passionate about. And like I said in my previous live, my intention is to help you guys make money, because gambling has a lot of risks, and I'm trying to limit that for you guys. So back to what I was saying, what I learned, right? What I'm going to do, I think the best place to start is to find, there's a broker called Webull, I think Webull. I'll try. What you need to do, guys, is just make sure that before you leave this whole thing, you go to my channel and you sign up for the email list so that I can send you specific information. There's a link whereby you can enter your email so that I can send you all the information that I'm talking about. So there's this broker, which I think works best for people maybe in the United States and outside of South Africa, basically. I think it's Webull. It's suggested, it's recommended by a lot of people who are in the financial industry. So that's why I'm essentially saying this. They're not sponsoring me. I'm not big enough to get sponsored by them. So, but I've heard positive things about them. But like I said, what we're going to do, you're not investing money, guys. Don't even touch your own money. We are going to use fake money, but it simulates an actual account. That's what it does. I don't know if any of you have ever maybe traded. Um, Basically, what I found is that if you invest in the UFC right now, or rather in TKO right now, you can leave that investment for the next, I don't know, 10 years, and you will have made a significantly large amount of money. Because you have to remember that not only is there, it's considered to be risky to invest in TKO right now, obviously because it's a new company, number one. Number two, obviously, you know that there are things that I have with Mr. McMahon, who's basically the majority shareholder, I think, of the WWE. So there are scandals that are happening around that. So obviously, because of that, it's going to impact the price of the holding company TKO. So the amount, or rather the stock, is going to be dropping. But also remember, as a UFC fan, And also, this is inform. If you don't watch WWE, then I'm going to give you something very useful. As a UFC fan, UFC 300 is coming up. That's going to 100% sure it's going to explode the stock for TKO. So if you haven't entered by then there will be other chances. But whoever has invested in TKO right now, after April, May, which is something you'll be able to see with the demo account that we're going to do, right? Um, I think by the end of May, a lot of people will have made a lot of money. Whoever has invested money in TKO at before March, let me say March, yeah, before March. If you've invested in TKO before March, by May, I'm sure you will have made a crazy amount of money because WrestleMania is happening at the beginning of April, which is their biggest event of the year, number one. And I think The Rock will be headlining it, so it's going to push the company stock, I think, up. And then also UFC 300 is happening this year, so I think that's going to also impact the stock. I'm sure it's going to go up. The stock is going to go up because of that. So what we're going to do for now, because I told you guys that I'm going to research and find information. I think I found a way to trade stocks. So what I just need you to do is just sign up for the email list, and I'll send you all the information. But for now, if you are in Africa, use XF. I can't remember the name of the trading app. But if you are outside of Africa, maybe you live in the United States or Canada or wherever, um, you can use Webull. I'll send you the information via email. So yeah, what we're going to do is start the trading. I want to show you what I'm talking about. We're going to enter a trade right now, and then we're not going to exit that trade. We're not going to get out of that trade up until May. So that everything that I just said right now, you can see it practically. I don't want to be saying things that do not make sense, because this is something that I feel like TKO cannot go any lower than it is right now. Wherever it is right now, I don't think it'll drop any further. It can only go up from where it is right now. But also remember that this is new information, right? So I'm still going to research. I'm going to make sure that I do these lives whereby I bring you guys the information that I've gotten from researching about trading stocks and TKO and all these type of things. It helps me when I talk to you guys about that, but at the same time, it helps enhance my understanding of it, right? So I'm going to keep on researching. I think there has to be a way whereby you just buy stock and then you hold it, or you buy shares and then you hold them, and then at a certain point you can sell them. I think there has to be something like that. I'm still going to research for you guys, but for now, just sign up for the email list. I want us to start trading. What I was telling you about whoever invests money right now into TKO, I'm 100% sure that by May they will have made a crazy amount of money. And I want to show you that practically with a demo account. Not a real account. Don't invest your real money into that, guys. We are if you are not an expert, don't risk your own money. Like, we are going to use fake money to just see practically what I'm talking about. I don't want anyone to risk their. Again, we're still learning, but I feel like this is more. It's a little bit safer than betting on fights. That's basically why I'm doing this. I didn't plan on doing this live, but I just felt like I needed to share what I've learned with you guys. Um, I think I'll stop here for today. Um, I'll be back next week with this particular kind of live, explaining a little bit further about what I found. I'm going to continuously research and bring the information to you guys. Sign up for the email list, subscribe so that you don't miss any of what I'm doing right now. If you've just logged in, you can rewind the stream and just listen to what I was saying. But make sure you sign up for the email list because some of the things I'm saying I can't show you right now. I can only send them to you via email. Um, the only other option would be for me to make a standard video instead of going live. But standard videos take a lot of time for me to make. They take hours, especially because I know I have to make them perfect. So I just prefer to just go live and then talk to you guys, and then whatever I have, I can send it to you via email. Um, yeah, just go to my channel, and then there's a link there. Press it, and then fill in your email, and then when we start trading officially, you'll get an email with all the relevant information. I love you guys. See you next week. Deuces.